What is up? Back here with another YouTube video, and in case you cannot tell by the title below, this one will be a video where I just kind of talk about Mystery Wrestling. They just had Mystery Wrestling 7. I won't go into spoilers. You can see who one of the... Actually, no, I won't use that photo that I took. But either way, Mystery Wrestling, independent-based promotion based out of Gatineau, Quebec. For those who don't know, Gatineau, Quebec. How do I put this? So there's Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, which is in Ontario. Other side of the border into Quebec is Gatineau, kind of for some perspective, because not a lot of people know where Gatineau is. A lot of people might know Ottawa. But yeah, it's a promotion run by Evil Uno from AEW. 7 events under this one Mystery Wrestling kind of deal, because I think he did it pre-pandemic, if I remember right. But either way, for myself personally, this is... I think I said it on Twitter. I think I said it I did another one video talking about Mystery Wrestling like a month and a half ago, maybe. Legitimately favorite promotion. Like, I was just like really happy. Like, my mood changes when when it's Mystery Wrestling day. Definitely want to go over to Gatineau again. I've been there a couple of times before, but never for wrestling. It was always pre-pandemic. But yeah, for myself personally, would just love to experience a show in person. But yeah, like, for those who don't know, like I said, it's a mystery wrestling event. Like, for this one, you had MXM, which was Mansois, and Mace. I forgot what their independent names are, but those were their names in WWE. And all of that stuff. They wrestled in a tag match right before intermission. Ethan Page was on commentary, and Evil Uno was as well. And those 4 guys, like Evil Uno, he runs it. He's going to be on commentary, and usually he announces the person who's going to be doing commentary with him, which in this case was Ethan Page. And then he also announced MXM were wrestling, and outside of that, rest of the card is a mystery. Again, I won't spoil it, but the main event, for wanted to see since like 2016 time period, so like, what's that, roughly 8 years ago now. But yeah, it's like I said, like, easily my favorite wrestling promotion to watch. It has both comedy wrestling that I like and good, how do I put this? When I say good wrestling, I mean like wrestling kind of deal, like what you would see through AEW or WWE, like that kind of wrestling, like actual wrestling. But it's also like one of those things where if somebody said, hey, like, who casually watches wrestling, hey, I want to get into independence, I would point them in Mystery Wrestling, because it's such a fun it's fun matches, fun card. And usually this one was, I think, 3 hours, but that has a 15-minute intermission, so roughly 2 hours 45 minutes, give or take, every show, which I know a lot of people will say, oh, that's too long, but it honestly, for myself personally, every single one that I've watched, it's been a fun 2.5, 3 hour watches. And usually Evil Uno does a little, I don't know for sure if it's Ask Me Anything, but he talks to the people. You can watch it for free on Twitch. If you would want the replay, it's on the Patreon, it's in the description. But for the Twitch part, he talks with the live chat, people in chat, kind of deal. And it's always such a fun time to watch, even though I'm like, don't really talk in chat that much. But yeah, I just flippin' really enjoyed. And even if somebody said, hey, I want to get into wrestling, I would even point them to Mystery Wrestling, and not necessarily to, assuming they know how either Twitch or Patreon works, that aren't like WWE or AEW. But yeah, such a fun time. Found or rediscovered, depending on which way you would want to look at it, talent from across really North America. They, in previous shows, they brought in people from, they as in like Evil Uno, Mrs. Uno, brought people from all over the US and Canada, Japan as well. And yeah, just friggin' really enjoy it. And I want to talk about the card, but I also don't want to spoil it, even though Evil Uno has everybody in matches and whatnot. After the bell rings, he puts it out on the Twitter machine or X machine or whatever you would want to call it. But yeah, it's still one of those things where it's like my go-to wrestling promotion. Again, even though they only do shows every month, month and a half. But yeah, for myself personally, 10 out of 10 every single time. Super fun, and it seems to be getting better and better every time. Just remembering the from Mystery Wrestling 1, where it was, in a sense, to where it is now more so production-ish wise. It seems to be smoothed out nowadays than it was back then. But yeah, for myself personally, really enjoy it. Can't speak highly enough of it. But yeah, that is it for this one. Feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notification. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. More importantly, hope you guys are doing okay mentally, emotionally, and physically.
The world that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. Do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. Feel like I'm just lying to myself, but it's